Yo, Kinetic PE Mix, fam, this is DJ Potential. Buckle up because we got a powerhouse in the building tonight, hailing from the streets of Milwaukee. He's a DJ, entrepreneur, CEO, and the ultimate plug for local talent. There you have it, folks. The man, the myth, the legend himself, DJ 16. We're going to be diving deep into his journey from the roots in racing to building his music empire, Big Hits Music Group. We're talking about his passion for developing artists, franchising the hip hop fraternity, what's next for the Unstoppable Force. Plus, we know we got to get some of those exclusive beats and stories in the mix. So stay tuned for the Kinetic PE Mix, fam. This is going to be one electrifying ride filled with all types of modalities. So what's going on, DJ 16?
Hey, DJ 16, live in the place, man. I'm feeling good, man. That's what's going on, man. How you doing, Potential?
I'm doing good, man. And funny thing is, like I said, Potential during your introduction, and
Mm-hmm.
and and just like a quick disclosure. Yeah, this is the second time we ran this, and the first time was actually perfect.
Yeah, it was perfect. But that's because it was on the fly. He wasn't really thought. He wasn't thinking of it,
Yeah,
And that's what happens. But what I love about the way of technology now, you can always punch in and punch out when it comes to intro.
yeah.
So I know what I am. My resume speaks for itself. So I'm
Yeah.
good.
Hey, what you think about the intro though? Real talk.
Yeah, most definitely. I like the intro.
Yeah.
I think it's authentically real because I actually have put in the work. I actually have been
Uh,
doing what I need to do to get those accolades. I'm a very humble person. I don't be
okay.
putting it out there. So you did a good job on that.
Okay, appreciate that, man.
So you can hit it one more time, though. You don't know how it is. Like DJ 16, the infamous, the name it precedes itself. Like I know, I feel like because my name do precede me, I do believe
Yeah.
so. And with us being able to be on the platform with you, is going to allow me to let the people match the name with the face.
Right. I'm thinking about dropping the DJ part though. Like to be honest with you, like and seeing your resume, man. Like you so much more than a DJ
Mm-hmm.
nowadays, and
Mm-hmm.
that's how I've been feeling. Like and looking at your resume, you way more than just a DJ. Do you
Mm-hmm.
feel like that nowadays too?
Yeah, most definitely. I know I'm an executive and a human being that loves his people.
Mm-hmm.
And the executive part is to, connect with all of the major industrial owners
Right.
to be able to give us an opportunity to partner with them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my goal and that's my vision. So being having the DJ part is what allowed me to connect to people.
Right. Right.
Being because I was actually a producer first. That's what opened the doors for me as a musician is to hear and break down music.
Yeah.
So once I was recording everybody as a producer, I was just only a little Keith at that time.
Mm-hmm.
As a
Yeah.
producer, and then when I got to rapping, I was like, man, call me 16 because I had the 16 bars, and then while I was producing, I produced live. So you doing your verse, I'm mixing in the beat that I made for you live. So I had the best mixes with that. That's what had me popular for recording artists like BMF coming in and come fly and recording me, Ray Nitty and
Yeah.
Ray Rizzy talking. Like all these artists is from that type of production that I was doing. And that's when the 16 came in and I took away the little keys and
Mm-hmm.
brought the 16 entity. And then I always was throwing house parties. So I'm like, I DJ too. So like, all right, I DJ and I rap. DJ 16. My father was a DJ, mama was a rapper. So it goes together, and I didn't even think about it like that as when I was making it, but that's how it came together. So I keep that for the entertainment side, but I'm really pushing the narrative for the people that know Marquise Ford, the owner, the
Right.
executive, the humanitarian that is ready to help out, and change
Mm-hmm.
something.
But you know what I think about? Like, it was oh, man, what I don't know what comedian that was, but like he was making a joke about Jamaicans. He was like, they got 16 jobs, and that's kind of like the type of person
Mm-hmm.
you is. Like you got like 16 different hats, man. Like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
you really wearing all different type of hats. And when we talking about your humanitarian work, you definitely am doing the work. We was talking about your humanitarian work on the other side before we logged in,
Mm-hmm.
and and started like running the record button about your work with trying to promote peace,
Mm-hmm.
and what is it about trying to like put peace back into the world, more specifically, these streets, man,
Mm-hmm.
that like really touch you the most.
Man, to see how influential our community is to the world,
Mm-hmm.
and the world is capitalizing off of our mistakes, and that's a huge portion of why I feel like I need to do what I'm doing, because we are being brainwashed and sold,
Yeah.
at the same time. And that's how the story is. It's more than just some being slaves, being brought on a ship and all that. Like it's go further than that. That's a portion of what they telling us. It's part of the brainwashing of the school systems and a lot of other beliefs. So when you do your research, you learn. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing about our younger youth is that they don't. The only research they go is what is being shown to them,
Right.
promoted to them, marketed to them. They don't actually go and do and dig and read books and find out what the information is in the books. The
Mm-hmm.
information is in paperwork, you
Yeah.
know, and that's the narrative that I'm like, oh man, I'm learning this now. So if I can catch the youth, that'd be what's up, because the biggest market they're using now is hip hop.
Sure is.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I feel like it's important for us to stop the violence, and the youth is the ones that's killing each other the most
Mm-hmm.
versus the adults. The adults is being more conniving and mischievous and like just evil. And then when they get caught, they snitching on each other and
Yeah.
bringing each other down, or they're doing business to try to tear that person down for one spot, or like it ain't no togetherness. And the youth sees it,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna mimic what they see. That's what it is about parenting, And as a leader, I be feeling like a parent with a lot of my, you know, partners that I work with a lot of these students, with a lot of my counterparts, with a lot of associates, with a lot of business partners. This is like, because they have emotions and feelings too,
Right.
but they have their own ambition of why they do what they do. They
Mm-hmm.
have their own reasoning of why they do what they do, but they want to be a part of what you got going on if it's successful.
Yeah.
So as a parent in the household, the kids move off of your success in life. So if they see you struggling, that's what they're learning, is how to either struggle or get through a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of the rich kids be bored, because they have what's that called, idle time
Right.
to do whatever. And then if they mess up, they have that safety net.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a safety net if you wasn't born in that atmosphere, the opportunity to have a father and a mother that got their money together, that got their bank accounts right, their credit right, their actual habits of lifestyle. Wake up on
Yeah.
time, go to work on time, be on time. We be late for everything. That's one of my pet peeves right now I'm working on. Being late, my timing. You miss your blessings because you're timing. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
that household is real. If you got a father and a mother that's on top of it, even if they split, you still can see the nature of their character.
Right.
That works. And that's what we as kids learn from, and as business partners, that's what we learn from our CEOs and our leaders. Y'all character. How do you move?
Yeah.
How do you speak? So we all got to make sure we communicate and work with stopping the violence and reading and learning something.
There's so many different layers that you added into that talk right there. I heard the importance of like switching the narrative and the story that they selling us in the entertainment industry. More specifically, I heard the importance of like inspiring and motivating children, and and the importance of leadership and being a leader, especially in your household. One thing about it is, and then punctuality is important too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and we got it bad though too. Like we got a bad stereotype on us about punctuality, man.
Man,
As a people of color,
man,
and
it be a lot.
melanated skin tone. we get a real bad rep for our punctuality and just promptness on like like showing up
Man,
when it comes to projects, everything.
everything.
Man.
They don't want to do business with it.
You know, people just don't put their faith in us and don't want to put their dollar into us because of that stereotyping and then we do a real poor job of like making it true. But like, but if I was to go back on what you said, uh, uh, you being a passionate father, man. You know that's one thing I know about you. You know you're a passionate father, just like I am. And there's a lot of other single dads out there like us. You know, one thing you have started was Big Hits Films. You started creating short films and creating assets for distribution for independent movies, man. Um, and we know that besides the music, there's a lot of films out there. But what was that like? Part of like your inspiration, was to like also be able to control, what your kids see and maybe also have a legacy, an additional part of your legacy for your children too.
Yes, most definitely. Exactly. That's what I made it for, so that
Mm-hmm.
they can learn how to do it and see that it's possible. So that's encouraging.
Yeah.
And then for me also to learn and know how to control what is being promoted and marketed to my people.
Right.
So by me creating that film and using my platform and who I am to connect with these other individuals, I have now a partnership with a TV network,
Mm-hmm.
Hip Hop TV. It's a mobile app you can go get right now, where we have promotion for podcasts and movies. It's like another Tubi,
Yeah.
but it's predominantly through music. But we're gonna reshape it to where it's a culture versus just music, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what's gonna be coming out March 1st. That drives me. It's like, now I made these short films that is more comedic, is funny,
Yeah.
uplifting. We're promoting brands that's owned by our people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, allowing other uh, upcoming influencers and content creators to be a part of it,
Yeah.
and adding characters now, and showing how we can work together and be creative to make money on this new platform that everybody's
Mm-hmm.
using. Learning how to monetize our situation so we can have money be coming on a scheduled time frame now that we can trust, like we trust the system of working in labor for somebody else, because
Yeah.
they have their time scheduled. You work 40 hours, you're going to get paid in 2 weeks at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So we can do that for ourselves through the system of promotion on Instagram and TikTok, or your own website,
Yeah.
your own app. And that's what we're on with Hip Hop TV, and we can do that with marketing. We got Roku, we got Apple TV, but it's another marketing company that has over about 10 to 30 million views a month that we're working with. So this is going to be huge.
Yeah. That's
So
huge,
most
man.
definitely,
That's huge.
tap in what I got going on with that, for Big Hit Films. And so we're looking to shoot more films. So you have an independent film you want to do, you want to shoot it. We got the team to help shoot it. And we have the distribution for you to be seen,
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did it for, is to help bring another avenue for us, and push the positive, not only the negative, to our kids and to ourselves, because we got to take our brainwash ourselves first too.
Yeah. So like when you say things like brainwash yourself, man. Like a lot of people have a hard time being able to unplug and to like get themselves out out of just like the matrix of like what's going on you
Mm-hmm.
know um, in the world. They you used to hear it in church.
Mm-hmm.
If you stay in the world, you gonna
Yeah.
be don't be in the world. You just gotta be
Yeah.
out of the world. Like
Yeah, like don't get stuck in the world now. So you got to pay attention. Now don't be you do
yeah,
all them worldly
yeah.
things.
So, there's a way that you can exist in the world, but and still be a leader. And there's a way to straddle that fence, man,
Mm-hmm.
and still be a light in darkness. How you know, and we can see your growth, right before our eyes. 16, man. I still remember, growing up with you in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what point did you become consciously aware of, of just your continual rise and and just your energy and passion, man. That's like, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is how I want to do it.
Man, because everything is genuine
Mm-hmm.
off of my relationship with another individual.
Okay.
It's not based off of strictly business.
Right.
And that's what I feel it. More and the best thing to do is to understand the world than being lost in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what that whole saying that they were saying in church, what it meant, is, and they just never, and that's what we missing even in the churches is the correct language,
Right.
to give the correct information out so that
Mm-hmm.
we can understand what the gospel is, to understand what the truth is and to see these demons and how they work because the demons work through people, and once you understand that, then it's easier to navigate in life because it's like, man, this person just snapped on me, but that really wasn't them. This person made a mistake, but that really wasn't them. All right, this person continued to make mistakes, that's them. This person
Yeah.
continued to have this going on, okay, that's them. But you can be caught in the smoke and mirrors, you can be caught in the perception, you can be caught in the salesmanship of a person.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what part of understanding the world is.
Yeah.
Understanding those type of individuals, understanding those type of businesses, understanding that. And that's what we don't understand. We don't understand where we come from. We don't understand how these systems work. This government of America, which is it's a contractual government. This is they are companies. United States of America is a company, not the United States. Y'all can Google the differences.
Mm-hmm.
So it's contractual. Everything is through contract. With us, it's more than anything. Is you sign something before you do it. So once you understand that, you can understand that everything is not what it really is. So that's what I'm on is making sure we teach our people that. And like I know that myself, I couldn't do it. So by me using my likeliness of me being real with people
Yeah.
and easy to talk to and understanding, okay, this is what I want to do, but y'all already ahead of me. You got this going on. You got this going on. Well, how can I help out?
Yeah.
More than just using you. Let me help you out. Maybe you'll help me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I started maneuvering, and I see it worked. So me working with individuals when no one believed in them in the beginning of something, me being able to be cool with people in high school that wasn't popular, even though I was popular. Me
Right.
being always humble. I never act like I was better than anybody, even though I was better than you in the sport, or I was better than you in some music, or I'm better than you in sales or whatever it is. I don't have an ego like that.
Yeah.
And that allowed me to have those same individuals be in these big positions now that want to work with me. I recorded everybody for free before. I done gave you some game. I done put you in position with someone. So that is what I go off of in my relationships with you organically. Because that's what's helping me win now and keeping God first. So if I keep moving in that way, then, sky's the limit for you. I guess that's what it is for me.
Hey, man, I love that, man, and you really like hitting on like all the right cylinders with that, and that's transformative gems, man, that like many people can pick up and really start applying right away, into their lives, man, and that's something they can model after. Uh, you know that that last part about, well, no, it's not even the last part. There's a part in there about like being humble and and also like it, it was something said in it that sounds kind of similar to like respecting that, like although I know I can do this, I recognize that, like this person is ahead of me, and this it's sort of
Mm-hmm.
like, it's like people knowing where their lane is and where their journey is, you know. And a lot of people think they can like just jump in everybody's journey, you know, and that's not possible. But like, you know, we all travel in the same way in the same direction, you know, and it takes a true leader to recognize that, you know, and it seems like that you recognize that very early on, and like but even leaders sometimes we we get ahead of ourselves and then we forget that like we had that early on, and then we got to get right back get back, take a step back and start observing. And say, okay, hold on, I got it.
Yeah, for real. No, you got to, because you can get lost in the sauce, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to get lost in the sauce.
Yeah, you know, and I think that comes from like people just like trying to push us up above everybody, put us on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And then we get a little big headed, and
it's some titles.
Yeah,
the
titles,
man.
too,
Titles, because we're in a contractual country. Titles mean something.
Yeah, and sometimes the titles mean something, but like you still gotta remember, like, hey, you know what, we still in the same race, we still on the same journey, we still walking the same way, and like that story of Moses, he didn't get a chance to see the promised land. He walked them there, but he didn't get a chance to see it.
Right. You know what I mean?
He said, "Oh, Joshua, you got to go the rest of the way, man. God already told me I can't see it."
Right, because like, and that's the whole point of understanding, of getting to that understanding, and like, for me, what works for me, and this is from my experience, is that me praying for what I want, and what I wanted was understanding. Yeah. That's what I prayed about. I went through a situation where I had to sit down. I was locked up for a year.
Right.
So me going through those situations and then learning about the law and how that system really is for people, it was an eye opener. How I helped individuals beat their cases while I'm locked up. How I'm having Bible studies in there. When it was just me reading in my cell, next thing you know, I got the whole pie in my cell.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, when things get to going wrong, I'm ready to beat people up because of my past, lifestyle in the streets. So they was calling me Pastor Do Wrong. You know what I mean? Yeah. When I started getting that name, that woke me up before I got out. Like, all right, really, you're starting to get a temper now because the world around you is getting angry because of the way society is treating us. Yeah. We're being forced to be stressed with these bills and these inflations, and all these situations that keep us having to work to pay them, work to pay these people that's coming up with ideas.
Right.
I got an idea too. I don't want to pay you. You know what I'm saying? That's a good ass idea to me.
You can wait.
You know what I'm saying? You can wait. You know what I'm saying? You good. You know what I'm saying? You make the money.
Right.
You print the money. You can never go broke. Yeah. So that whole in debt is a lie. Don't come at me playing with me like I'm stupid. You know what? Let me get my...
It's totally invisible.
Let me get it together.
Yeah, when you think about it, it's totally invisible. Man. Hey, man, speaking of stress, man, like, is the music... Does the music, like, is that your go-to for stress? Because like people really like still go through it a lot. Even when they got something that like gets them through it. They still go through it.
Yeah, see, it's just music speaks to the soul because the way that words are used and how music is made under the words to make it stronger. Just like you watch a movie. The music behind a horror film is what makes it a horror film, and then the sound effects of it. So that's the same with the music, but it's something about the words and music that is spiritual, and that's what helps people connect. And then if you're a person like me that's able to create it and actually make it, then it's really like I can take all this emotion in my brain, what I want to cuss somebody out and say, instead of saying to them, I can rap about it. And then by me being articulate in music, now I was like, okay, let me find a way to make this in this shape or form where I'm not just talking, but it's creative. And that I can make it, I can hit it to where somebody will remember. You know,
Right.
so those are and that's the like just that whole thought process that you put your brain into that distracts the stress. It takes you out of that thought process because your thought process is on creating this.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you hear it, it's like, I just did that. You know? And for those that don't create it as a DJ, you ever, karaoke? What? Karaoke night? Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Karaoke go hard.
They be in there swearing they sound just like Keisha Cole. La, horrible. But they feel good.
Mm-hmm. They be happy.
They be happy,
They be happy,
So music
man.
is therapy, man,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what we got to be careful on.
Yeah.
What's being promoted now? It's a lot of stressful music, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
sad drug using music.
Yeah. Yeah. So like when we talk about music, man, I know like I consider all music mainstream, but we gotta say
Mm-hmm.
mainstream for the sake of mainstream.
Yeah,
Um,
for the sake of the money.
for the sake, they measure you by money in this country,
Mm-hmm.
and if you don't, there's a half and a half nots, and so if you're not on the Forbes list, you're not on a certain list. If you're not on the list,
Mm-hmm,
you're
right.
not on the list.
Not on the list, man. You can't
So,
be
but
it.
like so like when we talk about pop culture, man, the conversation circles around like what do you think is missing, on the radio right now, man. When we like especially being a DJ, a fellow DJ, man.
Milwaukee music. You know what I'm saying? That's what they missing. You know what I'm saying? Because Milwaukee music is fun
Yeah.
and it's hot. You can hit every emotion with it. It's just
Okay.
we gotta promote a lot more of our diverse producers who can
Okay.
produce not only the bounce sound but
Okay.
also the sample sound of ballads and R
Mm-hmm.
and B. We got great producers out there that's making great music
Yeah.
that people need to really tap into. So but the popping sound right now is our fun sound. That's trending on
Yeah.
TikTok. Like, we got the Chicken P, Maya P,
Mm-hmm.
Big Frank,
Yeah.
we got those guys, Munch Lauren. Like,
Mm-hmm.
these artists are going viral on TikTok and then, Destiny Lynn going viral on Facebook and Instagram. These artists we have to really tap into. My boy JP. I just took one of his singles and put it on the radio. It was called Yes Sir. As soon as I
Yeah.
put it out there, DJ O wanted it. Now it's gonna be on V100. So like having that ability to know because that song gets you up and going. That's what's needed, not just this sad music that's being promoted right now. This I'ma
Mm-hmm.
just kill you music. This very overly pulse reactive music.
Yeah.
We need to change our post reactiveness for what we listening to. What you feed in your brain matters. So we need to get back to the fun, man. Milwaukee fun, Milwaukee lit. We
Yeah.
party. We into it. Like we get money. We ain't broke. We understand what's real. And the females get into it up here in Milwaukee. Ain't a lot of broke females no more like it used to be. They actually get into their money
Mm-hmm.
legit. Like they working. They get in good positions. So we got to keep uplifting this Milwaukee community because this is the next area that's about to blow up.
Right.
So we can be a change to help the narrative of where hip hop is going as a culture.
Yeah, definitely. And man, we definitely do got a deep, arts, arts culture here. The arts
Mm-hmm.
culture here is really deep, man. I, I'm even like blown away by it, man. Like, like my son, he's into dancing, and like I'm just, I have entered into his world, and I'm like, wow, like like.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot like going on with dancing.
I'm talking about that's the most trending thing low
Yeah.
key in the world right now is
Right.
other than comedic skits is dancing. Like
Yeah.
if you want your song to go viral, you better
Yeah. Put it with somebody who
put it somebody that dance and got a following is gonna hit. If they
Yeah.
come up with some creative like Nas Too Funny, I believe is on Instagram here from
Mm-hmm.
Milwaukee. doing the Milwaukee style dances to Milwaukee style music is what's going viral on TikTok. You know, those type of marketing strategies and avenues is great right now because Milwaukee culture and how we maneuver is the next thing. We've always been hot, but always been new and refreshing, but we never had no industry here. We small marketed. It's predominantly white.
Right.
So that's what we working against, and I think it's gonna change now. Like, it is changing in our eyes. Chicken just got signed, to major labels. Destiny and Maya P got major management deals going on. Like, it's Lakia got signed to a major label. I'm an A&R for a distribution company, Maverick Global Distribution. I'm working with Hype Magazine, Universal Music Group, A&Rs, and Big Hef, who's the CEO of president of Nerve DJs, and Johnny O, the CEO, like the Fleet DJs, and and the DJs is coming back. Shout out to Fuck 'em Up Tat. Shout out to my boy Mr. Matt. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out, man. I'm talking about like everything that we got going on is in our hands right here. And we need to take advantage of it because everybody's watching us. The main show that everybody's watching is on Zeus Network of these females fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? And showing out. And that's stuff that we see on a regular at these goddamn events we be having. And that be the reason why our events keep getting canceled in real life. Because y'all want to fight at our events.
Yeah, so
we got to change the narrative.
That's got to change.
We got to change the narrative, man.
And
but it's fun though. You know what I'm saying? They thick as hell and they look good. Hey, put me on the show. DJ 16. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? Hey, I ain't gonna run from the show now. I love marketing, but I would love for y'all to change the narrative a little bit.
They really gotta change their behavior, man. And these women gotta change their behavior for real, and it gotta become more classy than that, man. And I just don't like to see it.
Man, it's lit though, I ain't gonna hey, it's lit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not gonna hate on what, because those females are getting paid. So that's a big difference in it, that why they're so ready to do it, because they're actually getting paid.
Yeah.
So,
and that's part of that attention culture that that can be monetized.
Exactly.
And that's that chicken before the egg concept is like what can I do to get the egg? What can I do to get the chicken? So there's you gotta.
Hey man,
you gotta spin the formula some type of way and to break that algorithm. But you think of something outside of that box. I believe there's a lane for every lane.
Yeah,
but me personally, it just don't work for me, man.
Man, we got listen, we got HHF baddies, and then what our HHF baddies is the same females that shaped like them, looking good. They got the assets and everything, but the difference is that they're business women with business that they own. Okay. They're making big moves. They're respectful. They're not just selling sex. You know what I mean? They're selling business. They help you with hosting. They help you with PR work. Help you with monetizations. But they look good in a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then that's the HHF baddie is. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know nothing about HHF, that's the hip hop fraternity. And I'm the CEO of the HHF Milwaukee chapter, and my vision for them with making the chapter is to help what I have envisioned actually come to the light, because HHF is a connection to the majors.
And I'm going to see if I can zoom in on that. I can see.
Yeah, you feel me? You gotta get that on, like it on hip hop fraternity. You did.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, make sure y'all go to the website, thehiphopfraternity.com. and log in and create your page and get into the network. It's like the new Instagram, it's like the new Snapchat, where you can get in tune with industry professionals and business owners. So most definitely.
Absolutely. So I had a thought that was following that, and we definitely touched on some good things in that part of the segment, man. That's good conversation, man. And it was something that I was thinking about during that, before you got into that. See, where do you feel how it would do.
Like
I
what?
lost my train of thought, man. I hate when it happens.
Yeah.
So like yeah, let's do it like this. What would you say that is your next, the next level thing for you? You know, because like most people, when they make it to the next level, that's where I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
They usually like pivot and then they move out of the city. Okay, they say, okay, well, I can't build it here, so I'm going to like migrate out of the city. And then like I will build it outside of the city because I'm gonna get there faster in a city like Atlanta or LA or New York or somewhere like that, or Memphis now,
Right.
or right next door in Detroit, because Detroit is really going crazy right now. Even in Minnesota, Minnesota having a little traction.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Drama G up in
For
Minnesota.
whatever some reason they having traction. So like do you see that in the cards for you if like for whatever reason like it's going too slow?
Like no, like that's how I established my connections. I've been left. So now what I'm doing is trying to establish the foundation here to show the blueprint.
Okay.
So establishing and to help me establish those things, I know I couldn't just do it through Big Hits Music Group. I had to connect with other entities and organizations that's in motion, like HHF. So now they'll entrust the process, which is trust the process based out of Chicago with Rap A Lot Midwest Entertainment Company. And me tapping in with you know. With Easy over there, the CEO of Rap A Lot Midwest, who's with Jay Prince, tapping in with them with the entertainment to learn and connect with people, and tapping in with Chill, my boy, shout out to Chill, Come Clean Empire, and seeing him connecting me through all the DJs and through all these other connects, and then now having Pimp and Ken with HHF connecting me to the other business owners and high end entities, is allowing me to establish the foundation here now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we have help now. So the stuff we couldn't do, we can do it. So if I establish, I got the Milwaukee, I got the whole Wisconsin of trusted process. I won the whole Wisconsin, and then I have Milwaukee and Madison, and we probably do Green Bay or Appleton or something like that. And that's the Wisconsin. And I want to build chapters where somebody else can actually keep running, and we can keep building these entrepreneurs up to keep promoting and promoting and promoting and promoting and building and growing, so that that's how we help control the narrative of our culture. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm doing now. I already established the Milwaukee. Madison's about done. We're working with Elton John's people out there, with Copa Madison. Man, it's like, I'm not playing, you're going to see it, and everybody's going to see it, and just keep tuning in, and you're going to see that establishment that we're going to have, and that blueprint, like, oh, that's all we got to do, y'all. Now you HHF or you team DJ 16. What's up? You team potential part of the team HHF. He part of the team DJ 16. So you plugged in too. That's how it's supposed to be. Be able to have that web, and that's what we're gonna have here. And instead of letting them come and buy us out, because that's the next move. Is these billionaires trying to buy us out? So we got to catch them before they buy us out.
I got one final question, man. And, I know you got a busy schedule ahead of you, and like and we getting we have 40 minutes. So because like this will take us into like that mark, man. I know like for a lot of artists, and just anybody in this industry, period, man. One of the hardest things to hit is like and one of the hardest things to get over is to get over that anxiety of like stepping out and branding themselves properly and presenting themselves properly, so that they can start like just putting themselves out there to network, to do what you're doing, man. And a lot of that is the fear factor, man, and to really have that confidence to like get over the self criticism of their craft, man. At what point did DJ 16, start, looking within and say, oh, you know what, man, you know, that's it. And how did you do that?
Man, really, it was the point of where, like you said, like I told you, I started early traveling and performing. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
got a lot of connections through my artistry of rapping. And that was the last thing that I was doing. I was doing all these other things before rapping, but when I
Yeah.
started rapping, the doors opened even more. And I'm very humble on the rap skills and the bars, but I'm cold. And then as a
Yeah.
performer, I'm hot. And I know how to gather everybody in the room. So having that confidence is what helps you get over the fear.
Mm-hmm.
And when we see a lot of people going through trial and they get caught in accepting a plea when they were actually innocent, or
Mm-hmm.
they signing these paperwork because they don't really understand what's going on because it's a fear factor.
Mm-hmm.
The fear factor controls everything in our narrative. We don't want to get in trouble with the police because not only it ain't just because of a ticket, because that's all they can do is give you a ticket, but it's the fear of what else can happen to you.
Yeah.
And so fear controls you. And I got over that fear once I saw that me being genuine works. Me
Yeah.
loving myself works. Me knowing that God is real is what works. So my confidence is like, all right, I can do it. And now I'm at the point where I'm trying to control anger with disappointment. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So something goes wrong, now I'm disappointed. And then if it's with a person that knew better, now I'm angry.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make sure I balance that to know that even when in the midst of bullshit you're going through, if you have faith in God, the blessing's gonna be right there.
Mm-hmm.
So in the midst of the shit that I was going through, it taught me to have a foundation. Because when I went to jail, everything went to shits. Everything fell apart. So that's my thing is that belief, that confidence to get over that fear. So now it's like, bam, I got the foundation. So as a rapper, I can give y'all what y'all need. I can show that I'm one of the best out there because I have a team that believe in me that's already on. They just waiting for me to drop. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
new music, Hampton Flows out, Big Bag Chaser is actually out right now. Make sure y'all go check out Big Bag Chaser. Do It is out. Um, a new single I have with Jode called I See You is out. And I got a new more music coming, like and music videos dropping. So stay
Okay.
tuned for that, man.
Okay.
Like I don't get the artistry now of DJ 16. I built up the foundation as exec to have my business and my label right
Mm-hmm.
for my distribution. Now it's time for y'all to see how I'm moving.
Is there anything else like you want to put out there, man? Words of wisdom you might want to put out there, or
Man,
anything else?
you are who you are around.
Uh,
So stay prayed up and control your surroundings. And with that, shout out to my president of HHF Milwaukee, Mocha Harris. Shout out to VT, the administrative
yeah, shout
coordinator,
out VT.
coming into place and getting right to work. Shout out to Jode, HHF Press, content creator and COO, handling that here in Atlanta right now, busting moves. And shout out to my mama, and my grandma and my
Yeah.
and my father for showing me something different that a lot of people don't get in the household.
Mm-hmm.
And I thank God for being able to have that blessing. So y'all make sure y'all stay prayed up and control your surroundings to grow.
Oh yeah, that's real important, man. You know what? That's a bonus question right there. A lot of people don't value that enough. Is like the support, the family support that they got, and a lot of people don't got that family support.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they come, they coming.
Yeah, for real, and you need that support, man.
Yeah.
That's what we missing. That's
Uh,
what that goes, divide the family.
I thank God that I got that similar support, but
Mm-hmm.
but for you, man, like how instrumental is that for you, and who calls you the most?
Man, man, my mom's called me the most. She been the
Yeah.
backbone for me like crazy. I ain't even gonna lie to you because she was the one
Yeah.
that was the multitasker.
Hmm.
The she did her own businesses, from daycare to baking industry to she was on V100 rapping. You know, like
Miles a rap.
yeah, Miles will be 100 for like 5 years. You know, and I'm in middle school. I remember
Okay.
when we started her audition. I made the beat for the audition. We did it. We recorded
Yeah.
it at the Brace Center here in Racine. Not here, this in Milwaukee, but in Racine. Uh, we did it. I was 12 years old. 11 years old, 12 years old. So she already showed me a lot through that. And my father was already like a legend in Wisconsin for sports, and then he
Yeah.
was a DJ in the Army too. So it's like,
Yeah.
you got that. We got that. So I got to see a veteran, lifestyle of being on time, of paying his bills, of
Mm-hmm.
putting family first. And then I also was able to see their wrongs,
Yeah.
but I was blessed to see them fix their wrongs,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what we don't get to see, how to get up when you fall.
Right. Right.
That's what we lost at. Like when you fall off, it's like, damn, I'm off. And so it'll take a long time to get back on, where if you got that upbringing, you'd be like, oh no, you good. Don't trip. That was matter of fact, you know what? You can actually count on to call them. They might not have it right now, but it's gonna come when they need it.
Mm-hmm.
Just have that faith, and that's come from the upbringing, and I'm so thankful to see that and have it.
We come from a good era, man, and
Mm-hmm.
and like, man, a lot of people say, yeah, the kids nowadays they got it bad, but but like, you know, we, we come from strong parents, and we gonna get it right for them.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna get it right for them. Yeah, although it's usually one of the parents in now in our generation that's
Mm-hmm.
like this kind of know that and all,
Yeah,
but
yeah. On either side, male or female, it's one or the
it's one
other.
of them, man, and like and but like in the end, it's gonna work
Yeah,
out.
it's gonna work out
It's
because
gonna work out.
we got
So
organizations like my nonprofit, the 16
uh-huh.
Foundation, where we working with the teens to help give
Yeah.
them access to high quality equipment to make music videos,
Yeah.
to be able to do the production part, and also to have networking events to know how to communicate with each other,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what we're missing now is the communication. They communicate through music.
Yeah.
Which is why music's so important these days, because that's how our
Mm-hmm.
kids communicate, through apps and music. So we teach them how to control that, and do it correctly, and know how to learn, and have faith that they're gonna make it. It's going to be a whole different generation we have. Right now, they're depressed. They don't know where to go because their parents don't even know where to go.
Yeah, they say they
So
bored.
we're here to help these kids so they can come, and we got courses on our the hiphopfraternity.com that the kids can go sign up for,
Mm-hmm.
and take classes to learn how to do all of these great attributes and skills to take them to the next level in the tech world. Because that's where we're going, is toward new technology, new AI systems, and all that. So our people got to stay on top of it so they don't brainwash us and trick us.
Right.
So we have to know how everything is going in that avenue, and also is going to help you out with the kids learning about financial literacy.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a literary program also at the Hip Hop Fraternity that they can tap in online. And it's
Oh, okay.
through, promoting our books, like the Boosie Project we just dropped with his Across the Tracks book, where
Mm-hmm.
it was the most read book by urban kids that supposedly don't know how to read. You know what I mean? So like,
It's dope.
and Boosie went through a whole lot, and we're pushing peace. We have a
Yeah.
new documentary that's going to be coming. Oh, and that Boosie documentary coming out this month on Tubi. So look out for that
Mm-hmm.
HHF movie on Tubi with Boosie. And we have the new Ice-T we just finished, and Rick Ross.
Okay.
So like, that's what we're doing, man. Just keep reaching out to the kids with our organizations, our nonprofits. Reach out to us if you need help. Mothers, we talk to kids. Like, you can call me. I'll talk to your son, because if you don't have a father around, it's important for them to at least hear a man's voice.
Mm-hmm.
At least
Yeah.
to see somebody doing something in a masculine and productive way, in a loving way, also, because there's not a lot of love being shown through the men in our community. So we're here for you in every which way, and that's gonna help make a change.
I agree, man.
But yeah, I gotta get you though.
Okay. Yeah. Put your plugs in. Then we'll drop from
Yeah,
there.
man. Hey, make sure you follow me at DJSIXTEEN, DJ16 on all platforms. That easy.
All right, man. You got it, man. You heard it from the powerhouse who stepped in tonight. hailing from the streets of Milwaukee. DJ 16.
Yes, sir.
And I'm DJ Potential. You know what to do. My Kinetic PE Mix fam. Make sure you share this wherever you can share that with friends, family, cousin, uncles. Yeah, even your pet. If your pet knows how to use technology,
I'm telling you.
We need to get the message wide and far. Until next time. Many blessings, peace, and lots of love. We out.
Love.